Hey guys, so this is just a spontaneous live stream. I see it's telling me that I have poor quality network, but hopefully it's going to hold out because I've been going for a walk around Cape Town on Sea Point Promenade. At the moment I'm in Greenpoint Park, which is really beautiful. And I'm just sitting here under a tree, and I thought I would just chat to you guys a little bit about what I've been thinking about. And that is really around, I hear from so many harpists via email in response to my weekly emails, but also from my students and people commenting on my videos on YouTube about how many self-taught or just adult beginner harpists came to the harp from a perspective of wanting to serve other people with harp music. Maybe they've experienced the beauty of harp music and it's changed things for them, or they just feel like this beautiful music stirs something within them and they want to share that with other people. Some people want to get involved in doing it at church or as ministry, or maybe healing harp music, that kind of thing, or maybe just wanting to perform and share more harp music with other people. And there seems to be things holding people back from getting going with that right from the start. And I just wanted to address that today, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments as well about your thoughts on the matter, because I think so many of us think that we have to be perfect before we start sharing music with other people, and that puts so much pressure on ourselves that it ends up adding to the performance anxiety, or taking away from sharing your heart with other people. Oh, that's so funny. I just got a message from my cousin saying that she's at the same park as me. I wonder if she's going to come and find me live streaming. Anyway, and I think that's a really damaging perspective, and I think it's not true, and I just wanted to make a little live video as I'm thinking about it, just out in my life, to immediately put my thoughts out there and just call this out, because I think it's wrong, it's not true, and it's holding people back from sharing themselves in a way that could really make a difference in the world, because harp music is really transforming. But I think more than that, what's so powerful about sharing music with other people is when you're able to share your heart through the music that you're making, and that doesn't require you to be perfect. Actually, it's better to be human and connected with your own heart and the message that you believe in, whether you're performing original music, whether you're singing songs, or whether you're doing instrumentals, or even just improvising. Whatever you are doing, I think the music is meaningless unless there's heart behind it. That's what makes it impact people, and that's what music is really about. And what we sometimes forget with that is that therefore it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's not about the perfection that makes the music worthwhile. It's about that message and that heart behind it. So if you, as a harpist, if we can focus more on being authentic and expressing ourselves, and just putting ourselves in those situations of sharing music with other people, whether it's your friends, your family members, going to a nursing home, hospital, performing as like a solo performer, whatever it is, that if you can focus more, or we can focus more on putting our hearts into it and sharing what we really believe through our music, and doing it with passion and authenticity and realness, I think that's far more powerful than putting pressure on ourselves to be perfect. And in the process, I think if we can free ourselves up to focus more on that side of things, that actually with the less pressure, probably find that the musical performance is better too. That's what I found. I see there's quite a few people watching, and I'd love to hear from you, your side of things. Put it in the comments. What do you think of this whole thing about not needing to be perfect? Is the idea of perfection something that's held you back in your performances, or just in sharing what you have to share with the world? Because it's certainly something that has had a big impact on me. that as I've allowed myself to just be myself on stage, and yeah, in all different parts of my life, but I'd particularly like to focus on how it's affected my performance anxiety or lack thereof. And now that I feel like the music that I choose, every song is chosen so intentionally for the message and the lyrics and the story that I tell before I perform every song, and the fact that when I'm performing on stage, I'm able to just be myself in terms of my stage presence as well. I feel like what I put out there into the world is a real true reflection of my heart, particularly when I'm performing, and that has completely done away with my performance anxiety. Well, not completely. I mean, you always still, it's normal to get nervous or feel pressure when you're performing, but it's really freed me up to know that it's not important whether I make mistakes or not. It's more important for me to be myself. And it's been exciting to see how even when I make stacks of mistakes, that it can still be an effective performance. Actually, I would say that's a good thing, to put yourself in a position where you know your piece isn't perfect, and you know that you're going to make mistakes and do it anyway. And then I think it shows you how powerful that is to rather be real. So maybe you guys can take that as a little challenge, to, whether it's just a friend or a family member or something like that, take something that you're practicing, or even just pluck a few notes and see what that music does to people when you're not trying to be perfect. I see there's a comment from Hamish. Let me see if I can find it. I don't usually live stream from my phone. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Hamish Bruce says, yes, I found it really helpful to start playing with a sympathetic group of friends quietly first until I could get the confidence to play more openly by myself. Yes, so it doesn't really even matter what setting you're performing in or sharing music in. Like, the setting needs to suit you and where you're at and what you're wanting to add to the world. But I think the way you do it, if your heart is in it, then perfection isn't important. But that's not to say that we shouldn't be improving and growing our skills as harpists, because technique is very helpful and practicing is really great, and that itself gives us confidence to know that we are well prepared for things. But I think it can't be relying on that. Hi Kerry, I'm glad you joined. Yeah, so I think sometimes for myself to see how it goes when I make mistakes, and that it can be a positive experience for everyone anyway, that's helped me to just be free to express myself through the music. And even if it's just plucking a few notes for a few friends, I think the harp is such a beautiful tone, and when you come at it with a heart of service, that it can really add to the people's lives around you. So that's pretty much what I had to say today. It wasn't, yeah, I just had that thought, and I thought, well, I don't need to wait for a perfect video and have it all planned out and everything. I just wanted to be off the cuff and imperfect and share my heart with you guys, which is in line with the message. So I hope you're all having a great day, and I'd love to hear in the comments, just to encourage each other, that it's great to just step out and make yourself vulnerable, because yeah, I think that's a great way to share your heart, and that's what really will impact the world with music. Kerry says she's jealous of the weather, so let me show you again the beautiful Cape Town weather. This is a bit of a untrue reflection though, how green it looks, because this is a park that's specially been watered a lot, whereas we're having a massive drought at the moment. So a lot of Cape Town is yeah, really struggling. I mean, all of Cape Town, we're really struggling with very, very bad drought. But I found a pretty green spot where people are watering because it's a public area, and I'm sure they've got a borehole, and I'm just enjoying the beautiful weather. Yeah, I know that Kerry says there's a lot of snow. I know that's a huge thing at the moment in a lot of the world, and we're struggling with drought and very high temperatures, so it's kind of crazy. You're welcome to come to send some of your water our way, Kerry. If it's snow, we don't mind, it will melt very quickly, and Cape Town could really use it right now. Anyway, I think I'm going to get going and get back to my little walk, but let me know your thoughts and put your music out there into the world. I really encourage you to share your heart with the people around you. I think it's a wonderful thing how servant-hearted harpists are a lot of the time, and I think we should carry on doing that even when perfection seems a long way off, because I think it's a myth. I don't think perfect exists, and I don't think it's important, and I think we should just carry on despite our nerves and despite feeling like we're not ready for it. Yeah, so go for it, and I hope you have a great day.